All right. The next signing that has been announced by the Idaho Vandals is offensive lineman Nathan Knapik. Yes, that is the brother of Aiden, current starting left tackle for Idaho, Aiden Knapik. And Patrick, what do you think about Aiden as another offensive lineman that Idaho gets?
Oh, you did it. You called him Aiden. It's Nathan.
Dang it, Nathan.
No, Nathan is another one of those. He's built just like his brother. He's 6'7", 265 pounds coming out of high school. That's what he's listed at, anyways. Um, but the thing about Nathan is, I think he moves way better than his brother ever did. I think he's a much better athlete than Aiden was in high school, and just has a knack to get his hat on smaller, faster defenders in the open field, to spring guys for big gains. And I think that pairs perfectly with some of the stuff that Eck likes to do, getting his guys in space, running, tunnel screens and little tight end screens and stuff like that. I think that's something that Nathan's style of blocking is going to be great for. Another one of those linemen in this class where you're like, how does a dude that big move like that? He's 6'7", 265 pounds, and he's able to, you know, get out there and block really small, quick guys. Kennewick, I believe they're a 4A school, and they play good teams down in the Tri-Cities. They play, I think there's 3 schools from the Tri-Cities that made the playoffs this year, and he dominates. He always dominates. He can drive dudes back off the ball, and that's something that in Aiden's tape he didn't do a ton. Is he didn't like drive guys back at quite as dominant as Nathan did. I think he was a stronger pass blocker, but Nathan will just drive dudes into the ground. And he's a really good pass blocker too. If you look at his highlights, to me, Nathan just looks like a more athletic version of his brother, and I think that just pairs perfectly with what Eck likes to do. Um, I think I think Nathan might be one of those guys that competes for a job this fall. Um, Aiden was able to come in as a true freshman and be an all conference honorable mention left tackle as a true freshman at a similar size and build to Nathan. I think Nathan has a shot to come in and be better than he was as a true freshman, and I think he's going to be a future all conference type player. I'm really really high on Nathan Knapik, and hey, if it blows up in my face, it blows up in my face. But I think he's going to be a stud for the Vandals.
Patrick, I do 100% agree with everything you said. I know I try. I know if you're in the Discord, I tend to be a little more shove recruiting stars off to the side because it's just another talking point that is put up by media folks to keep people talking. And I 100% agree. I do also sometimes let myself get a little too into it sometimes. And I believe Nathan Knapik is I think he's probably the highest rated offensive lineman Idaho has gotten in a minute. And I know I'm excited for him. I'm like you. I think he could step in and play right away, whether that is whether it is maybe having his brother go back to right tackle and Nathan come in and play left tackle or whatever. I think both Aiden and Nathan could both be kind of like the you build your offensive line around them on both the bookending the offensive line, and that for the next 2 years Idaho is going for national titles and Big Sky titles.
Yep, and he could possibly. This isn't impossible to rule out giving him a redshirt year and bulking him up a little bit, and then you get him for 4 full years. Um, you know, Aiden had his best season yet this season. He was an honor mention again, but Aiden put on 20, 30 pounds in an offseason, and now he's almost 300 pounds, and he came in at 260. I think Nathan would be able to do the same physically, and so I think that is on the table for them, wanting to redshirt him to preserve him for 4 years of being a 300-pound offensive tackle. But I do think he's going to be able to compete for that right tackle starting spot in fall camp, coming straight out of high school, and he's going to put on weight before he gets here, because that 265 I believe was in fall. He's going to keep putting on weight as he gets bigger, as he gets older, and as we get closer to fall camp.
I 100% agree. Kind of now having more, at least a year and some change of the Coach Heim, the strength and conditioning program, you're starting to see what he wants to do with the athletes for the football team. And like you said with Aiden, like he put on a ton of good, healthy weight. And even with like the short, like spring, July and July camp and into fall camp, he could be another one of those where he puts on some more pounds and, like you said, is competing for a starting job as a true freshman or bulking up for a season.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick, any final thoughts on Nathan Knapik before we move on, before we wait for our next signing?
Not a ton. I'm really excited for Nathan, and I believe he is the highest rated lineman commit I saw on 247 Sports. Super juiced to have him.
All right, we will see you guys for the next signing announced by Idaho.